Right, what's going on guys? Welcome back to another video. I'm just trying to finish my macros for today. I've actually gone over them by about 50, maybe 100 calories, so that's kind of good, bearing in mind the kind of workout that I did today. I did legs and arms, which was kind of a random workout, but I was training with Tom today and he wanted to do arms, so you know, arm day every day. Just joking, do not train anything every single day. So I'm not going to read them all out exactly, but you can just kind of see those numbers for yourself. Carbs a little bit higher today, only like 4 grams. Fats a little bit higher as well, and protein is a little bit lower. But my protein's kind of high anyway, so yeah, protein's definitely high enough, 170 grams. The stuff that I'm actually eating, a lot of my meals are actually like this, are really bland. I've literally just got some chili egg noodles there. I think it's whole wheat, so a lot healthier option than I usually have. I usually have like white rice, white pasta, white bread, but it hasn't killed me yet, so here's hoping. But you should always go for like whole wheat, brown rice, pasta, all of that stuff preferably, but I don't think there's too much of a worry between the two. And then I've just got egg whites there, not even one whole egg. We don't have any eggs downstairs, so I literally just had my 2 chicks egg whites. I had like 350 grams, so almost a whole carton of that. And yeah, very basic kind of boring meal, but earlier today I actually had the complete opposite of this. I had like a proper actual prepared meal. I had onions, I had bell peppers, I had white rice, I had turkey mince, which I never used to like. It used to be so dry, but it was actually really nice today. And I also had some garlic in there as well, so that tasted excellent. I'm rambling as always, but it's going to complete my macros. As you would have seen in there, my notes, that's how I track my food. But if you don't want to do it that way and put it in, I actually do it manually. I actually put in each macro manually. But I also use my Fitness Pal, which a lot of people use on YouTube as well, other fitness channels and just other people in general that count macros. But the thing that I don't like about this is the fact that if something doesn't have a barcode and you can't scan it, you can put it in manually on here, but I just prefer scanning something, copying the numbers down onto your notes for the things that do have barcodes. And for the things that don't have barcodes, so like a generic white bread roll or something like that, from like Tesco bakery, something that doesn't have a barcode, I literally just look it up on Google or just estimate the numbers and put those in manually as well. And it sounds long. When I tell people that I count macros and how I do it, they're just like, why? Like, that is so long. And it does take an extra few minutes to actually do, like, prepare meals, because obviously you have to count everything, make sure it's right. But you can get into the routine of doing this quite easily, and it makes things much more accurate. Becomes an easy habit after a while. So I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Good morning guys, it's Monday again. Yesterday didn't go as planned with regards to what I was going to record, because I did say that I was going to record gym footage. By the way, please ignore this Rudolph red-nosed stuff that's going on here. Kind of appeared out of nowhere this morning and I can't get rid of it, so I'm just embracing the fact that it's there. But yeah, yesterday I did shoulders and abs with Luke. Recorded a couple of clips, actually uploaded one of them on Instagram, but my camera actually died after like the 3rd exercise I think it was that we did, which was rear delt flies. That's the one that I uploaded, and so I didn't get to record the rest of the day or the rest of the workout, so I didn't see the point in putting 2 or 3 clips of the workout in there. I couldn't really done a commentary or anything on there, so instead gonna record today's workout. It's chest and arms again, so I apologise for the same workout, but hopefully going to do something a little bit different today, maybe some different arm exercises, and I'm just going to kind of go with the flow, see what happens. Right now though, I'm actually making breakfast. I'm going to have eggs on toast and probably even 2 or 3 bits of bacon. So I've just sprayed up the frying pan already with the Frylight oil, so like 9 or 10 sprays there, it's about 1 gram of fat. These are pretty bad for the macros, but I reckon maybe 1 or 2 it's probably the better choice to make, because there's about 5 grams of fat in each of those. Then over here I've got 3 normal eggs and whatever was left in there, which I think was 120 grams of egg whites. And I've got this Proactive butter spread there, fairly low in fat, and then just the usual Hovis white bread that I usually have. Right, breakfast is complete. I've got 3 slices of bread, the eggs with the egg whites in it, 2 bits of the bacon is what I ended up having. So this is what I meant the other night when I was talking about not every meal has to be boring. If you're dieting, or if you're, you know, living kind of a fitness lifestyle and you track your food and stuff like that, I can have stuff like this every morning if I wanted to. It just means that later on in the day I won't have as much fat, I won't have as much carbs, you know what I mean? You have to kind of like work within moderation and just sacrifice certain meals so that you can have kind of like more devilish cheat meals, if they're the kind of things that you do want to eat. I'm gonna enjoy this and then head to the gym, and I can't stop staring at this. I bet you can't either. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another workout commentary. This is actually another box commentary, so I apologise again for the fact that it's the same kind of workout again, but things were slightly different with this one, so I'm just going to run through what it was that we actually did today. So I trained with Billy and Louis today, did the first 2 chest exercises with Billy and Louis, and then Billy has a slightly different split, so he went off and he did shoulders, I think, and then triceps. But what we started with, all of us doing, was bench press. So started off warming up with the bar, then a 10 plate either side, then 20 plate either side, like I usually would. I didn't want to show everything though because we got quite a lot of footage. We then jumped into a couple of working sets of quite low reps, so I think I got 3 reps of 80, which you might have just seen there, and then actually moved on to use this SlingShot, which you'll see me use here. This thing is awesome, I really want to get one. I could do twice as many reps with that on than I could if I didn't have it on, and the tempo was actually quite slow. I think I was doing it kind of a bit slower than I needed to because I wasn't used to it. This is literally the first time I've ever used one, but really want to get one, and I honestly reckon I could probably get like 8 or 10 reps of the same weight once I got a hang of how to use it. So yeah, I'm gonna look into getting one of those. The reason it makes you stronger is because the elastic strap that goes across your chest and attaches, like, I think it's like around your tricep bicep area, it helps basically act as kind of a trampoline. It pushes the weight up with you. You're still obviously pushing a weight, so you can't just chuck on like 5 plates either side and it's just gonna be like completely easy, but it's a really good way of putting a weight on there that you want to hit. So for me that would be 100 kg as a 1 rep max, and trying it with a SlingShot a few times first, and sometimes in the same actual training session, trying it first with that, taking the SlingShot off, trying it normal, because then you're used to actually picking up the weight, unracking it, doing a set of it, and it actually feels a lot easier for you to actually push it without the assistance there. After that one set there, Louis also did the same thing. Noticed that he's lifting a lot heavier than me, but if I was to try and do the same weight as him, I wouldn't have been able to bench it, so there's literally no point me trying to keep up with that level of weight if I physically can't do it. So be smart with your training sessions. Don't let your ego get in the way like crazy, but of course always challenge yourself and try to lift heavier. After that went on to a few more sets. I think we did 4 or 5 sets, working sets of bench. Started off heavy, did the SlingShot, then did a drop set, which you would have seen, but I just kind of skimmed past it because I was talking, where we did 3 plates. I got about 3 reps, dropped it to 2 plates, again got a few reps, and then dropped it to 1 plate. So I did a double drop set there. We could also have done a triple and taken the 10 plates off and just done the bar, which it basically works as, it's kind of like you're going backwards, sort of like a pyramid set, but you're doing it all in one working set, as you would with a warm-up. So you're starting off with the bar, then a 10, then a 20, then the 30, but you're doing it the opposite way around in one set. So you're starting with the 30, 20, 10, sometimes even the bar, and by the time it gets to that bar, you just don't want to be alive anymore because it just hurts that much. After that, just went on to loads of isolation movements, did pec deck, superset for triceps, doing the overhead for the long head there with the rope, and then doing some close grip straight bar push down straight after that. Also used the dip machine there to finish off triceps. Noticed that I was keeping my chest up, leaning backwards, and had my arms backwards. So key thing with this, with the dips, whether it's on a machine, whether it's on a seated isolation thing like that, whether it's just normal dips, you don't want to have your shoulders raise up. So when you're coming up and you're stretching the muscle, you don't want to be like shrugging up like that. You literally just want to be moving your tricep like that, extending, flexing, extending at the elbow, keeping your arms back so that you're not using your chest, because with dips, usually a good rule of thumb is if you are doing regular dips, so if you're actually hanging on a bar, if your feet are in front of you, so similar to leaning back like you would on the machine, that's going to be targeting your triceps, primarily the lateral head, because you're not doing the overhead kind of movement. It's going to proper activate the long head there, whereas if you have your legs back, as you're kind of leaning over more, it becomes kind of a decline press. I just realised that must have looked so stupid. Yeah, it becomes more kind of like a decline press, so you're pushing down, you should really be feeling it up around this part of the chest. And then we finished with the fat grips on the preacher curl machine. If you're using the fat grips for anything that is actually there to involve the forearm as well, because you can use it for like chest exercises just to get better mind to muscle connection, you're going to have to drop the weight a little bit, because especially if you've got small hands like me, little T-Rex hands and baby fingers. I didn't get this one on camera, but we also did a drop set for the exact same preacher curl machine. We started with 30, we did 3 or 5 slow concentric reps, so we did about 5 seconds like that, squeezing out at the top for a couple of seconds, going down with a kind of normal tempo, then going as hard as we could, getting as many reps as possible, aiming for about 10 to 12 with the same weight. We then dropped 1 plate. I actually had to do 2 because I couldn't get enough reps out. I realised I'm not going to be able to get any proper reps, so we then did the same thing again. So yeah, workout was good. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Hope some of the stuff that I said may help you, may give you some ideas for your next training session. So thanks for listening, guys, and I'll catch you in the next clip. Alright guys, just got done having a fairly long training session, but very intense. Did a lot of volume. I trained with Louis today, and also did bench press with Louis and Billy, so really good. We didn't even plan to have 3 of us train. It actually just turned out that me and Louis were meeting up, and Billy actually happened to be there at the same time, so it was really good. Yeah, I can barely hold up my camera now because of all the supersets we did with like triceps and definitely my biceps. Louis, if you're watching this, you f***ed up my biceps so bad from the one on the preacher. But yeah, all in all, good session. Hopefully got a lot of footage. I think we did. I actually used a SlingShot today on the bench press, so you're gonna hear all of this in the commentary that I'm probably gonna do later on. But yeah, it helped me a lot with the strength. Probably gonna actually invest in one of those. It was good to train with someone that trains a little bit more intense than I usually do. I didn't expect to be doing like as many drop sets and supersets and just overall volume and that we did. He's an absolute beast. He's very strong. Trying to keep up with him, but he's always like 2 plates ahead on stuff. But really good to train with him. Funny story, well not funny story, but I actually used to know Louis back in primary school. Me, Luke and Louis have all gone to the same primary school, but it just so happens that he's actually worked at this gym for a while. He doesn't work here anymore, but he does still train here. Kept motivating me, getting me to push more. Just training all 3 of us was just a good atmosphere, I guess you could call it. And yeah, just gonna head home now, probably gonna eat. There's actually a couple of other things that I need to do. One of which is get rid of this like bloody mullet hair. The sides always grows out more than the top for some reason, so I need to get that cut. But yeah, not sure what I'm gonna be doing today. I also need to go to Screwfix, I think, and buy some boots, so we'll see where the day takes us, I guess.